This is part one of the beginning of Quirks. One of the first lessons Ajashi Shigaraki learns is that people can be very different than the average. And while many people do not like that, and Hazashi doesn't understand why. Doesn't understand why people with meta abilities like himself are prosecuted so much. And his brother, Yoshi, doesn't understand. Because one honestly great description that Joshi uses is that, well, Zashi's like Megamind, where he wants to get stuff done. But Yoshi's like Xavier, where he doesn't want to impede the powers that be. Personally, he kind of sees that as stupid, but, well, it's a decent-ish analogy. Especially since the past 6 months of policies in Japan have kind of made it a pain in the butt. So he's been starting a group of people where anyone is allowed in. Because he doesn't discriminate. He allows anyone into his organization. One thing they agree to is that the way the government runs things, especially since the economy's not been doing very well, in Japan, and been stagnant for years, so they need to do something about it. And a fast forward jump to the year 2028. 24 years after All For One's birth, and 28 years after the first meta user was born, governments all over the world will slowly start to change. But very slowly. And Hazashi has honestly just been growing his movement. Because he wants to be peaceful. He doesn't want to go down the path of Megamind. But every block and turn, he gets sneered at for being a meta. From people calling him a freak, to a biological impossibility, to diseased, to honestly some insults that I don't think should be said in polite company. But he's been trying to go with approach his brother can still be proud about. But it's not getting anywhere. And Hazashi's been getting more meta abilities over time. Also, Hazashi's meta ability is the capability of giving and taking meta abilities. And, well, one of the things he starts to do is buy and sell them. For example, a fire quirk here, a water quirk, a water ability there, or here and there, all over the place. And it's on a small scale, not too many customers, but still, he's doing pretty well. And he gets an actual meeting with a politician, and he tries to put his suggestion out to get a certain law passed. So basically, metas are still considered fully citizens, and then cannot be discriminated against. But that politician laughs in his face, because he outright says, metas are not even human. So why should they have the same rights as us? And Hisashi flat out walks out of the building and says, I am done. I am outright done with trying to fix this country. And let's just say his kitty gloves are off. And the moment he goes home, Yarachi is reading a manga called Demon Lord. And the entire prospect of the story is that the Demon Lord is the leader of a corrupt but well-running nation. It's one of those stories that isn't the stereotypical good guy, bad guy. It's one where the villain, yes, he might do corrupt things, and well, be corrupt, up to a villain, but the villain runs the country, or the kingdom in the story. And Hisashi gets an idea from that.